What's up, guys? It's Myth Tamer here, and I'm showing y'all my new Russell Westbrook build for Season 7, and I think it's one of the best point guard builds I made this year. I think it can do a lot of things, and I'm going to get right into it. So, of course, you can use any hand. I was left-handed when I made this build. It's a point guard, of course. It's 6'4", 215 pounds, 7-foot wingspan. That's the size for this build, and all the attributes on the right side this build correlates with in terms of the size. And here are the attributes I made with this build. It's got 82 close shot, 80 driving layup, 97 driving dunk. The driving dunk is, of course, huge for a Russell Westbrook build. It's got to have a lot of vertical, too, to match that. And it's got 85 mid-range shot. The mid-range is very useful in this build. Three-pointer, it's pretty good for a, you should be able to make a lot of shots with this. That's what I'll say about it. I mean, it's good enough. 85 pass accuracy, that's solid. You could go for more pass accuracy for one more traditional point guard, but it's got 87 ball handle. It's got 86 speed with ball. You know, it's good enough to dribble and get to the lane and actually get some lightning launch. Of course, you see in the top right. It's good enough to explode into the lane to get to that 97 driving dunk. It's got 74 perimeter defense. It's got 85 steal. The steal is pretty nice to have, I'm not going to lie. Maybe if I was to remake this build, maybe I would give it more perimeter defense than steal because I'm that type of guy. But if you're a steal guy, this is solid. Perimeter defense helps you rotate around the perimeter and move faster laterally, so I like it personally. In terms of the rebounding, you get 75 offensive rebound, 80 defensive rebounding. This is going to be so clutch. I average like 8 rebounds a game in rec. It's going to be clutch, especially if you don't have a center that can necessarily rebound the best, that can box out and you come around and snag those rebounds. And if you even need to, you can also box out for them. This build has 85 speed. That's pretty good. It's got 78 agility, which isn't the best, but it's good enough. The strength is pretty good for a guard, and then you got a pretty good amount of vertical to get all the badges. I'll show you in a second. So float game, in my opinion, it's worse than it was last year. It's still kind of viable, but it's worse than it was last year. I feel like it's easy to block this year. So I feel like float game isn't as important as a guard this year. Last year I said definitely get float game at a high level, but this year I feel like it's not as important. Physical finisher, this is a solid one to have. I like physical finisher a lot. It helps you battle through contact, which with a big guard that's going to explode into the lane, it's very useful to have physical finisher. 97 driving dunk, this allows you to have Hall of Fame posterizer and legendary aerial wizard. This is the biggest attribute you're going to have, obviously, and it's going to get you a lot of badges. The mid-range shot, you got silver deadeye. It's pretty solid. You can actually shoot pretty well in the mid-range. I mean, all you're trying to do is time up the midi. This allows you to, if they leave you open, you can move left or right, and especially in a 3-2 zone, you can get to the mid-range, and you can be pretty consistent with an 85 midi. You have an 83 three-point shot. You can get some good jumpers with this. You can make a lot of shots with this, and you can, most importantly, make them respect you and come out on the perimeter so you can explode into the lane. The badges on the three-point shot, it's not too different than the mid-range, of course. I mean, you don't get a lot of separate badges unless it's like limitless range here. I mean, that's the only different badges you get from 3-point to mid-range. Pass accuracy, it doesn't have quite as many pass accuracy badges as I would like normally, but you still get LaMelo Ball pass style, and you don't quite get Halliburton, but you still get a lot of badges like Gold Dimer, Silver Break Starter, Bronze Versatile Visionary, and Bronze Bailout. The ball handling is solid. You get Ankle Assassin, Handles for Days. Those are both on silver, and the strong handle, that's a pretty important one because you don't want to get the ball stolen as a point guard, and you get it on gold. You get Unpluckable on silver. This also coincides with not getting the ball stolen. Speed with ball, you get Gold Lightning Launch. Now, I think this is, right on Gold Lightning Launch. So I use one of my Hall of Fame badges to get this up, or my plus ones to get this up to a Hall of Fame badge, because I feel like Lightning Launch is very important for this build to drive and kick or drive and dunk the ball. It's got 74 perimeter defense. It's good enough to get Bronze Challenger, which isn't too bad, but you'll make deal with it. You got Bronze Pick Dodger, Bronze Immovable Forcer. You got 85 Steal, it's pretty useful. You have Gold Interceptor, you can get those picks. And you got Glove, and this is on silver, so you can get even more steals basically. 75 offensive rebound, this is huge. You get a lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of putbacks, obviously, with Aerial Wizard. You get Silver Rebound Chaser and Silver Box Out Beast. That's what I talked about earlier with being able to box out for your center if you need to, but a lot of times you're going to be coming around the center's box out and snagging the rebound. There's not too much to say with all the badges on the athletic stuff. I mean, most of this, like vertical, is just to help you get the other badges, and they coincide with the driving dunks and the driving layups. Same thing with strength. This coincides with physical finisher and box out beast, and the athletic attributes really enhance the other skills you have. So overall, I feel like this build is pretty balanced. I'm going to go ahead and get into my cap breakers and my badge plus ones, things that enhance this build even further and make it even better. I'm gonna go and show y'all what it has the shades of. It has shades of Francis Porter Jr. and DiVincenzo. I feel like Francis wasn't too far off Russell Westbrook, but yeah, I'm gonna go and show y'all what the archetype is called. It's called a 3-level slasher. So in these slots right here, in past seasons, I've gone with I've went with lightning launch mainly. That's the biggest one I think, because you want to get to the lane, but you can also go with posterizer and get that one to legendary. I feel like the max +1 here gives you a lot of flexibility on what you can do with the build. And in terms of the cap breakers, I've still got 4 available. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't know where to put them. Like, again, this is a flexibility choice. You can make your choice, but the main thing I would do is I would go 99 on driving dunk and go ahead and get that 99 capped off on the driving dunk. But other than that, it gives you a little bit of flexibility on what you want to do in terms of the last cap breakers you may or may not have. I have 4 cap breakers left here. I'm probably going to spin them on either shooting or playmaking. I'm probably going to go 3-pointer, mid-range, or something like that, or ball handle. But you could go with 4 pass accuracy and get that Tyrese Halliburton pass style, or you could do anything you really want here. You can get a jump shot with it. It is up to you because it is flexible. I wanted to go ahead and show you all my animations for this build as well. You can see a lot of the animations, but I'll go over them and I'll go over my jump shot. So free throw, of course, doesn't really matter, but everything else, layup style, Trae Young, they can be a little flexible as well. Dunk style, I'll show you my dunk style in a second as well, but Cam Thomas, all those things, they're a little bit more flexible this year. I feel like than the past years, there used to be like the things that were obvious, like dribble style being Darius Garland. This one's pretty obvious that it is Darius Garland. It is the best dribble style in the game. You go faster with it. I'm going to tell you, besides dunk in this build, the most important animation is going to be your dribble pull-up, especially when you get to that mid-range and you have momentum going. You have to have a dribble pull-up that you know you like. So my layup style is Trae Young. You can go with a lot of layup styles. This build in particular is a little bit more condensed because you don't have as high of a layup, so you may have less options to go with. I like Trae Young because he's got a good free throw. He can get to the lane, do a layup. But most of the time, of course, you're going to be dunking. That's the thing. So it's not a huge deal what your layup style is. Not as big as other guards, but it is still a thing you need to know. The bottom left's kind of opinionated, and you can do whatever you want with it because it's a post fade and a hop jumper. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal whatever you do with it. The motion style is not, I mean, I would pick one of your favorite players from motion style. That simple. I mean, I don't think it does much. There's a good amount of options with the go-to shot. You can go CJ McCollum like me, but I'm pretty sure there is better out there. I just like CJ McCollum personally. LaMelo Ball is the best pass style at 85 pass accuracy. If you get to 89, you can get Halliburton, as I said earlier in this video. It's better, but this is the second best one. It's an 85 pass accuracy. You can see all the playmaking moves I'm going with. I think they're all the best personally, but a lot of these, like a step back, there's a couple options I've tried. You know, I tried looking. There's a couple options on all of these, but really you have to, with playmaking, you have to kind of find what works for you and what dribble styles and dribble moves work for you. So here's my jump shot for this build. Like I said, you have an 85 mid-range. You can see in the bottom right, it requires an 85 shot. It works for me. I'm a lefty, like I said earlier, but it does work for me. It works at a good rate. Again, once you get to the mid-range, you're probably going to be moving, so you're probably going to be having a pull-up shot in the mid-range. So you're not going to do a lot of this shot in the mid-range. But as a 3-point shot, it's pretty solid. And dunk styles, obviously want elite contacts, quick drops, back scratchers. Is obviously just want the basic stuff. Tomahawk, pro contacts, 1 foot. Whatever you can get with the 97 driving dunk. You know, there's not much you can't get, but you know, just get whatever you can get. That's really good, right? Alley-oops, elite, everything elite, right? I mean, basically that's it. For my signatures, I haven't really got any yet, but Russell Westbrook's good, Glenn Robinson's good, Kobe's good. You can go with a lot of these. Anthony Edwards might be good, I don't know, but there's a lot of options in the signature dunk. Anyways, I really hope this video was useful for you and you found some use in it. If you want more of this type of content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.